Bioslime is sexy slime time horror. I had one of the best phone calls of my career so far when I heard about the project Bioslime. I got a phone call from John saying, Victoria, I'm gearing up for my next project and I'm rounding up the usual suspects. And you're one of those. And I thought, oh my God, I felt so honored, it was incredible. And then I read the script and I was like, oh, this is just going to be too much fun. It was written, it was such a fast pace. So there were scenes of 7 characters in one scene at a time. And you're reading it, especially the table read, it was really super exciting. But just reading it for the first time, you're going, wow, you could totally see, the energy brewing and this craziness all happening in the space between these 7 people. But then we're on set. I think everybody realized how many singles and the craziness that it was going to take to pull that off and keep that energy up. So, but I had an inkling of what I was getting into. But that was how I came onto the production. I guess John had me in mind for the role of Mary's. Mare is a porn actress. She's moving up in her profession, and that I guess she's been doing it for a while, and she's kind of come into her own. Mare was very kind of angst and angry. You're kind of introduced to her that way. She's coming in the studio, barreling up the stairs, to get to work, and then she's there on set getting ready to work, and she's very, serious and professional about what she does, and there's someone that's causing a racket down the hall, and she's got to go and shut them up so that she can get down to her business. And so I was really angst and pissed off the whole time, so I kind of stayed in that, and there was a lot going on set, a lot of drama that helped keep me in that very fresh feeling of being really irritated and pissed. So that's what I did. Porn and pissed. That was my preparation for Mare. It's amazing working with John Lachago. The last time I worked with John Lachago, which was a couple months ago, I was so nervous when I woke up the morning of my first day of production. I was like physically sick. He makes me feel like you come and you hit the ground running. I mean, you come with the work already done, and when you step on the set with John Lachago, then it's just time to play. It creates, John Lachago kind of raises the level, raises kind of like the bar. For me especially, I worked on many different productions now, and there's nothing more thrilling than working with a director who's as passionate about what you're doing as you are. And when you're like psychotically so, then it can be a really lot of fun. So it's awesome. John Lachago rules. How was putting on all that makeup? That was my first experience actually with head-to-toe body makeup application. I'm a super duper seasoned pro now because I've done it again in much more intense, full detail. But in Bioslime, it was pretty intense. It was kind of scary with the contacts in at first because I couldn't see anything. But then I was kind of just like going with that, because it didn't really matter whether I could see Vinny or not, or Troy, in the scene. So, I was moving, but there wasn't, too much walking. It was just kind of alien kind of stuff. So it didn't really matter that you couldn't see. And then I started to adjust. You can adjust almost anything, can't you? So the worst thing about the full body makeup application was getting it off. I mean, I remember literally being in the shower for approximately an hour and coming out and going to Tom Devlin, do you have anything else that might get this out of my hair? Like, obviously, my hair is sometimes a creature of its own, so you can imagine getting that slime that was just all over me out of my hair was really, really challenging. And the makeup came off a little bit easier than the slime, but that was about a 2-hour shower to really get all that off, so that was pretty intense. In the shaft, as Mare, goes through the wall and climbs down the shaft, and it says, screw everybody, I'm getting out of here, and the monster comes up to eat her. It's a really great scene, one of my favorite scenes also. But it was kind of scary because I did kind of climb up in the shaft that was built, and I'm afraid of heights, and even though it wasn't very far up, I was literally like climbing up there and wedging myself really in the shaft, like as if I was really in a shaft, and it was kind of scary. You know, I didn't want to slip and fall, and yet I'm supposed to be, you know, suspended up there and the monsters below me, and it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary to really shoot. Yeah, the fighting scenes are really fun. I was a little nervous about working with Kelly Kay in our fight scene because Kelly does have professional experience as a stunt woman. So and she is also physically bigger than I am. So you know that makes you a little trepidatious. That you know, okay, is she really? Oh, but I'm like really small, yeah. So, I mean, no, Kelly is fantastic and incredibly fit, but her frame is indeed bigger than mine. And with her professional experience, I was a little intimidated and a little nervous, but knew I was in the most perfect hands with Al Burke, of course, and John Chago working on those scenes. But that just kind of really fired me up, you know, to really kind of like go for it, you know, just really like kick her ass, you know. I was ready. I was ready. That was really fun.
Do it again.
I would, as long as it was working with John Chago and Vincent Palancio. I would go to the ends of the earth.